Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe. Yeah.
Bingo bongo, we're here with the news.
Bingo,
Are you ready,
bongo.
Jordan? Are you ready? Are you done swallowing?
No, I'm eating part of a sandwich. I made a tuna salad.
Nope, everyone stop. We're gonna wait for Jordan to finish chewing because I can't have him dying. I'm gonna be saying some crazy shit for this week's news.
Okay, I'm ready.
And we'll start with the first. Once again, for the first time, I'm Roger, joined by Jordan, who is completely ready, no choking hazard, and you listening. Get all choking hazards out of your mouth.
Spit it out, you freaks.
But I have for us today to munch on in the paranormal happenings aisle of the grocery store. There we go. I brought it into something real.
Nice.
Bright light portal among recent Derbyshire UFO sightings. This is brought to us from a Pingo Dark Council member extraordinaire, in fact, Paranoid Cryptid, who this is where he lives.
Oh. He lives in the grocery aisle of paranormal.
No, he lives in Derbyshire. Derbyshire.
I think it's Derbyshire.
Derbyshire.
Well, we love it. Wherever it ends up being that you live.
And it's been the talk of the town, and in fact, the internet. Let's go into this little thing. Almost 1,000 UFO sightings have been documented across the UK in the last 2.5 years, and 20 of those 1,000 have happened here in Derbyshire. 4 UFOs were reported over Chesterfield, 3 over Derby, and 2 over Glossop and Matlock, and the rest dotted across the country. The most recent sightings was of 2 sets of 2 bright lights, which were stationary for several minutes before disappearing for view.
Okay.
I'm going to not do what I wanted because it's not letting me make it bigger, but let's share a little bit of article. Here's the 2 dots.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of swirling together.
Orbular
lights in the sky, creating a portal.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And I love it when it happens around our pingos, because then you can tell us and we'll report on it. Please, if anything happens in your area, let us know on our Twitter. Let us know on the Patreon.
I must request that you approach the portal, touch it with your bare hand, and report back.
Report back on our website as well, werewolfradar.com. Use that contact us page.
Yeah, click that thing. Hit us up from the portal.
Touch it with your bare hands.
Touch it with your bare hand.
Touch it with your bare butt.
Okay. Now we're talking.
So this happens, as I'm sure we know and we talked about, directly after the U.S. Congress heard from retired Major David Grush, a former Air Force intelligence officer, about the possible evidence of extraterrestrial contact, which was, I think, a little bit sus and a little bit tepid. Mid.
Show us the bod.
Show us the bod. Put the bod on the goddamn table.
We want to see the bod.
You don't have to say anything then, because I know you don't want to talk. You don't want to ask questions. You know you're gonna be able to sneak out the backside of the room once you drop down the body.
Drop down the bod, then you can honestly, while everybody's checking out that bod, you go through the till, you take out all of the money, you get everybody's wallets, and then you're fucking out of there, Grush.
Do you know how rich some of these senators are? They carry like $50 on their person.
$50? Have you ever seen a $50 bill?
I have not.
Know who's on that shit?
No.
Merlin. Confederate Merlin.
We know how that went down. It was a little bit boring. But tons of shit happening all the time over the past years in the UK. I have a little interactive map which is hilarious to share as well. Look at that go. You can zoom in There's little UFOs everywhere. Now it wants me to subscribe. I'm not into subscribing. I'm into zooming into Scotland.
Not my style. Wow, that is incredible. Love a good UFO map. Look at this.
It's one of the best.
What is going on in the UK?
It's being visited by tons of UFOs.
What do they want? What do they need?
I'll give some of
to
these
us straight, yo. I know we are as ants to them, but these ants can communicate, baby.
I'll give, I guess, skeptics some of the benefit of the doubt here, and I'll agree with them that some of these are probably just people who are staring up for the sky for
gotta be
the first time, and they see something very unusual.
Oh yeah, and a bunch of them are probably
meteors, swamp gas, literally in some of the swampier parts of London. Drunks.
Amphetamines. Sure, some of them. All
acid, of them? Mushrooms.
Unlikely. Mm-hmm.
But some of those hundreds are definitely real. Or in terms of real UFOs, to be this can't be explained using mortal means of understanding.
Mm-hmm. This is of the realm of the gods.
But that's what happened recently in Derbyshire, hometown of one of our greatest pingos.
Paranoid cryptid, legendary pingo.
And I'm now trying to bring up, there it is. There's the article that a bulk of my piece was going to be on today. And that is another UFO thing. Mm-hmm. But we have in the UK as well, secret UFO alien base discovered off UK coast claims a UFO hunter.
Oh.
He says, I don't have the body, but I know where to collect them.
You fucker. Bring us the bod.
He knows where to collect them.
Then go get it, you fucker. I don't want to hear anything out of you until you go get it.
Now, in this case, I think he's looking for let's do something about this underwater base.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So a prolific, and this is from mirror.co.uk, a prolific UFO hunter reckons he has discovered a secret underwater alien base off the coast of Yorkshire. We've talked about it before. Yorkshire, #1 in ghost hauntings of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But then once again, most places in the UK have that claim.
A lot of ghosts out in the UK.
But Yorkshire is it's up there. I'd say top 5.
Do you know where ghosts first came from? The first mention of a ghost?
Oh, I do believe there is a ancient Egyptian text.
You're right.
About a ghost. However,
a ghost story from Egypt.
However, who's to say that the Egyptians did not hear that from a Yorkshire gentleman?
A Yorkshireman. Yeah, you would think, honestly, that it would be a mummy, right? It was a bad joke. I was making a joke about how there's mummies.
I was I don't know if mummies work like that back then.
Yeah, that's a recent occurrence.
So Russell Kellett says he has made a discovery after spending 20 years investigating the site of reported alien abductions in the area.
I've spent 20 years holding my breath, going down, swimming to the bottom, touching it, seeing if it's aliens, coming back up.
Now, there are some interesting things here. In this area of Yorkshire, RFA pilot Yorkshire, thank you.
Yorkshire.
RAF pilot William Schaffner
crashed rad as fuck.
crashed his plane off Philly Beach near Scarborough in Yorkshire. There were claims he was chasing a UFO before crashing.
Oh man, don't chase him.
And his body was never found. A BBC investigation later described the incident as the most plausible British alien abduction story in history.
Wow. I mean, buddy, what's going to happen once you catch up to this thing? It's not like you're going to fucking Mad Max out of the airplane and jump onto it. Unless you are, in which case, fucking party.
Well, I'm trying to think of what I would do as a pilot chasing these things. And first of all,
well, you'd have a phone on you, so you'd get close and snippety snap some snaps.
Some stuff. Yeah,
you'd pop it on Reddit, and they'd be like, fake.
but I think I would be following it to be like, I see something unusual. It's going somewhere. I have the fuel for this. Let's see where it goes. And then I'll turn around at the halfway mark to where like, I got to go back now.
Yeah.
But like, I think I would follow it. I think I would do exactly that. And I think I would be chasing a UFO on a plane. I think I don't deserve a pilot's license.
Then I think you would end up as one of the most plausible UFO encounters in English history.
I'm trying to find. There we go. So Russell, who is 60, has been investigating the site for 20 years and capturing tons of footage of things coming out of the water.
Okay.
He says, and I don't have links to this once again. I am sorry. This is a quote from him, though. And he says that there is footage that shows two craft in the sea side by side. Okay. There are flying triangles, and they are very close to the road.
We call those fly angles.
Fly angles. There's no logical explanation to what it could be. And people have said it could be a plane or boat in different situations, but that close to a road in this location in the middle of the night, not a chance.
Not bloody likely.
Which definitely in the time of modern aviation, there's heavy fines for doing such things, especially at night with proper safety.
You're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that. That's a no-no.
Yeah. People will think you're an alien, and they'll fucking blast after you.
Now, based on the footage, which I'm sure you can find online, once again, type in Russell Kellett.
Russell
That
Kellett.
is RussellKellett. And he says he has footage of what I just described. He says that using this footage of various craft side by side in the sea, strange fly angles. Sorry,
fly angles. Thank you.
Very close to the road. He has come to the conclusion that there must be an underwater alien base off the coast of Philly Beach.
Gotta be.
I'm going to Google that so we can have some sort of, I guess, grasp of the location. Because I don't even know where Yorkshire is, if we're being honest.
Yorkshire.
But here we are. We're in the mid of England.
I think it's up north.
I don't know. Is that north UK?
Yes, that would be considered up north.
We're up north, and even norther than Leeds.
If you can believe it.
But it's right next to the North York Moors National Park, where I bet you can the North York Moors National Park. I bet they have tons of cases of paranormal shit going on this close to a possible UFO base. But there it is, Philly Beach, north of Leeds and York, even north of Hull.
No.
So we have that.
You're pulling my leg.
He added the pilot who crashed into the North Sea, in my opinion, was definitely abducted by aliens. And I believe this underwater base has something to do with it.
Whoa. So he was like zipping along, fucking trailing this alien. Sorry, it happens when you hit 40. Wordplay becomes just, your brain melts in that way. So he's trailing this alien, and he looks over and sees the alien through like their cockpits, and he's like, pull over. And the alien's like, how about fuck you? And voips him into their saucer, flying saucer. And then the ship crashes because it's no longer being piloted. And they were like, he's like, you crashed my ship. And they're like, oh shit, ours just keep going. We didn't know. You need a guy to drive it?
Oh, you guys are primitive.
Lame. Yeah. Okay.
So I believe this underwater base has something to do with it. The flying objects seem to be able to outrun and outmaneuver our Air Force.
Yeah, no shit. It's from space.
I think the crafts, it's from sea and space.
See. Well, I mean,
and a little bit above the road.
these days seems to be that, yeah, and sometimes just off to the right of the road. The prevailing theory seems to be these days that these things aren't extraterrestrial. They're like ultra terrestrial. They've been on the planet with us as long as we have. They live in the ocean, or maybe they've been here longer and they've had like, a science station here that's been studying our whole fucking shit for a long time. And they're just like, we don't really care what the apes do. They can do whatever. If they're almost going to blow up the planet, then we'll be like, hey, just chill. But like, they don't give a shit about any of the other stuff.
Yeah. They're, if anything, in my belief, they could possibly be using the intense gravitational pull closer to the center to, I don't know, be making like a gravity well and transporting that way.
Yeah.
Or just studying gravity in general.
NHI, non-human intelligence.
Because what would we do on another planet? But we'd just be like, just studying like we do on this planet. It'd be like everything's fascinating to some people. They're called scientists, and sometimes they just like to stare at a gravity well.
We can't interfere, though, except I would. I'd go full Paul if I was on another planet. I'd be like, hey, what's up?
Is he banging people?
Is that movie with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost? No, I think he maybe does bang somebody, but he gets his wiener out for sure. There's a lot of dick jokes about how he has like a major hog.
Nice.
That wouldn't happen in my story. But
you would keep it in. Still massive hog, but you keep it in. Well, you got to pay for that.
Even if I got it out, they'd be like, oh, not like Paul. For sure. But I would definitely go Alf if I was on an alien planet. I would go Alf, I'd go Paul, I'd go Mork, which means that I'd stray from the scientific facility and be like, hey, can I live behind your couch? Can I eat your cat? You know what I mean? That was an Alf in a Mork voice.
What a weird time in American society to where like the major dramatic question for some TV shows was, how do we hide this alien?
Behind the couch, obviously.
Still is, we got American Dad asking that same question. I live
behind the couch. My name is Alf. I'll eat the cat, which is a metaphor for cunnilingus. Welcome to Alf.
So Russell has decided to share his findings in light of the U.S. government's hearing on the existence of aliens. He said that now more than ever, people are starting to believe that there is alien life not only out there, but also visiting the Earth.
My kids are talking to me again. I was allowed to have my Facebook account back.
Now, secret MOD documents found in 2002 claimed that Schaffner had not encountered a UFO, but saw a Shackleton reconnaissance aircraft he was trying to intercept during an exercise.
Damn, my man was shacking it.
And that's the man who crashed his ship. No, crashed his plane.
Okay.
UFO experts believe the MOD covered up alien involvement in the incident by saying that this was a reconnaissance craft from Shackleton. So there's a bunch of mystery there, but supposedly a lot of weird UK stuff happening. We have the portal-like lights in Derbyshire, and then in Yorkshire. An alien base, possibly.
Yeah.
I guess what we're saying to wrap up this news from Werewolf Radar is that look toward the skis and the seas.
Seems to be loads of aliens up to north.
Now, we don't have those as much. Like, we have a lot of UFO encounters, but it seems like the UFO is just one big glowing blip on the map.
Yeah. Nothing that you can go up and touch with your bare hand, remember, and get voiped into it and then hit us up on Facebook. If you're beyond the portal, please hit us up on Facebook. We'll answer right away.
We'll answer right away.
A special live episode, live from beyond the portal.
Let us know how to get there. We'll bring our equipment. You can be a guest. If you're on the other side of the portal, instant guest.
Instant guest. You come on, you'll tell us what it's like, but I tell you, we better hear some portal in the background, because if you're fleecing us, we will put you in a portal.
And we have one thanks to our patrons at patreon.com/werewolf radar. Thank you guys very much for supporting us. Check that out. If you can, give us a small financial donation. It keeps the radar running, allows us to do fun little projects as well. Plus, we buy weird portal guns. We buy shrink rays. We buy anything with a paranormal ray to it. You know, if it shoots a laser that's going to give me so much hair I become a werewolf, kind of, we're into it. So anyway, patreon.com/werewolf radar. But also, if you can't do that, just give us a 5-star review wherever you can. That really helps us the most grow an audience. When you give 5 stars there.
Oh, you're back. You were frozen that whole time.
You were frozen.
Oh, was it me?
We were both frozen. Internet hiccup. But anyway, 5-star review wherever you can. It really helps us the most grow as a podcast. And truthfully, we need money to run, but we need stars to love.
We need them.
Give us some stars so we can love.
The stars keep us going.
And then what else is there? We got a Twitter, we got a Threads, we got an Instagram, we have a website. The website has everything, though. You can find new and old episodes. Check that out, werewolfradar.com, plus a contact page to where you can contact us if something paranormal has happened in your community. Let us know through there or on one of the other means. And, twitch.tv/werewolf_radar. We're going to be playing all sorts of D&D for a while because we play D&D every Monday at 4 p.m. And then Jordan and I got Baldur's Gate 3, which is like the craziest D&D simulator ever created right now.
We're going to try to do, we normally do Night Bastard on Mondays, but it seems like we might be doing virtual Night Bastard. We're going to make the characters... The characters of Night Bastard come to life in Baldur's Gate 3, and we're going to play it as Night Bastard, voices included. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, yeah, voices included. And they, as if meant to be, they added Dragonborn. So we actually have, I think, like a bulk of the classes there.
Yeah. Is there Monk in there?
And races. There's Monk. Monk's always been there. We got Dragonborn Monk.
Incredible. Tiefling, Bard, Warlock. It's going to be great.
And they have the type of Dragonborn I am.
Yeah.
I can throw up
raspberry.
Raspberry. I can throw up raspberry all over the place.
Raspberry jam. Where does it come from? He hasn't eaten raspberries in weeks.
Anyway, we do lots of stuff. Join us on the Werewolf Radar ride. Have fun with us. And we're going to sign off now with our news sign-off line created by one Dark Council member extraordinaire, Dylan Gutierrez. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Suspect the void, space persons, whomever.
Never existed, so if you understand that,